5 years of silence, a family torn apart. A single email shatters the quiet. Your father isn't well. Will Liam break his stubborn pride and respond? Watch to see if Liam finds the courage to face his family, to heal old wounds, learn how to mend fractured relationships before it's too late. This is a story about forgiveness, acceptance, and the unsent reply that could change everything. Liam's apartment was always immaculate, a fortress of order against the chaos he felt inside. On Sundays, the silence there felt loudest. Every tick of the clock, every hum of the refrigerator highlighted the empty space where his family used to be. It had been 5 years since that bitter argument, the one about money and unspoken accusations that grew until it broke everything apart. Since then, silence had filled the cracks like an unyielding wall. Liam had buried himself in work and cleaning to drown the echo of those lost family Sundays. Every Sunday at noon he felt a phantom ache in his chest, a hollow longing for something he no longer dared to have. His phone lay on the edge of the dark wooden table, buzzing sometimes with meaningless notifications from colleagues, never with the calls or messages from the parents he had stopped answering. Each vibration was a jolt, equal parts terror and hope that it might be them reaching out, breaking the silence. But they never did. Until one cold evening. Liam was sitting quietly, the dim light of his laptop screen painting sharp shadows across his face. Then an email arrived. The subject line was just his name, brief, simple, and impossible to ignore. His heart hammered as he clicked open the message, eyes scanning the single paragraph. "Your father isn't well. We are at St. Mary's Hospital. I thought you should know." The words were stark and functional, bearing no apology, no warmth. His fingers trembled briefly on the keyboard as his heart surged with a mixture of anger and pain. This was how they reached out after 5 years. No softness, no sign of regret, just a cold statement that landed like a judge's final sentence across his chest. He stormed through the email again and again, then began typing replies, dozens of them. Angry, accusing, bitter words formed on the screen. Frustrated, how could they send this? Where was the apology? Why now? But every time he would delete the message, unable to send it. Beneath his fury lurked a deeper fear, a terror of final silence, of losing his father without the chance to fix what had broken. For an hour, Liam sat before the blinking cursor on a blank response. The anxiety wrapped tight around his chest, a powerful force pressing on his lungs. The pride that safeguarded his wounded heart now felt like a chain, holding him hostage to his silence, even as it ached to break free. Finally, exhausted and overwhelmed, he closed the laptop, yet the silence felt heavier now, more menacing than before. The apartment, once his sanctuary, had become a prison of unspoken words and unresolved pain. He couldn't settle. In that moment, Liam reached for his keys. The cold night air greeted him when he stepped outside, sharp and real, far from the sterile quiet of his home. He didn't know what he would say, if his family would even let him in that hospital room. He wasn't sure if he could bridge the years of distance with ease or words. But what stirred within him was more powerful than fear or pride. It was the quiet understanding that peace wouldn't come from winning an argument or waiting for an apology. It came from showing up, from breaking his own silence and stepping into the unknown with courage. His anxiety didn't disappear, but it found a direction as a compass guiding him toward connection instead of isolation. As Liam walked toward the hospital's soft glowing lights, his steps steady, his stubborn pride softened by the presence of hope. He took the first true step toward healing. The hardest moments weren't behind him, they were ahead. But for the first time in years, he was moving forward, out of emptiness and towards something real. He thought of his father, of all the memories they once shared, the good and the bad, all of them equally precious. He hoped that he wasn't too late, that there was still time to mend what had broken and say the things that had been left unsaid. His mother's eyes were red, but she had a glimmer of relief and gratefulness that he came, that he stepped up to the plate. His father's eyes fluttered open, and his lips curled to form a smile. All that mattered was that they were here in this moment. As they held each other's hands, Liam knew that while the past could not be erased, the future could be a story of forgiveness, understanding, and unconditional love. Liam learned that sometimes the bravest and most meaningful thing you can do is to send the reply of love and acceptance your heart knows to be true.